Hi, this is Nic Penrake, and thanks for coming through to look at this video. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my book, which is called Sisi and Sonia. It's a novel. That's me, Nic Penrake. This is the current cover. It's published by YouWriteOn.com, and it's available on Amazon and Waterstones and various other online stores. Sisi and Sonia, the title, two names. Sisira, or Sisi, is a Thai name, and Sonia is, of course, pretty much an international name. But why two names? Two names, well, the girl in question is an escort, and she works under the name of Sonia, although her original Thai name is Sisira. And the novel really is, in many ways, about the sort of double life that escorts lead. Not all of them, but some of them. In many ways, they are two people. They are the escort for the men they see, and then they are the Sisira, who is known to their family and friends. This story, I'll just read from the cover. In fact, I'll describe it to you. It's quite short. The same day as suicide bombers shock London, dentist Anthony Price is involved in an accident at the swimming pool that shatters the routine of his existence. Pushed off the top diving board by an unruly adolescent, he falls on a beautiful Thai girl in the water below, cracking one of her front teeth. In the aftermath, Price gets to know the girl, first as his patient called Sisira, then intimately as an escort called Sonia. Blinded by desire for her, he fails to see the trap he is walking into and falls headlong into a nightmarish world of blackmail and murder, from which he may never truly escape. Truly compelling and terrifyingly convincing, Sisi and Sonia is the story of how an ordinary man can go extraordinary lengths to win the heart of a woman who has lost all faith in men. I wrote the story because I felt I hadn't yet come across a story dealing with the relationship between, if you like, a punter and an escort, or a hooker, or a whore, or prostitute, whatever the term you want to give it, in any kind of depth, really. I was tired of reading about hookers and prostitutes in terms of body counts or people murdered in thrillers and so on. The only one I'd come across that seemed to be getting close was Coelho's 13, but for me that was a missed opportunity. I never really felt I got into any depth there with the in the relationship between the woman and the man, also in that book there wasn't really that much of a story. It seemed to just amble along fairly directionlessly. With Sisi and Sonia, you've got a well-structured thriller which could easily be made into a film. It's fast-paced, there's lots of sex in it, possibly too much sex for a film, who knows, depends on how you shot it. But the sex is not just explicit, it is that, but it is, with each scene pushing the story forward, it is part of what makes these two people tick, and it describes where they're going. It's, as I said, published by YouWriteOn.com. They publish on-demand books, and that's what I have here at the moment. I'm currently looking for a bigger publisher and a better marketing deal, because I don't get any kind of marketing with YouWriteOn.com, as with any on-demand systems really, unless you pay for a marketing package, which is probably going to be more than you make in your sales. So of course that's why I'm looking for a publisher. But a little bit about the story of the book, it might be of interest to you. I started off having a publishing deal, looked like a fairly decent one, with a publishing group called the Friday Project, which back in 2006, 2007 were making a bit of a noise, a bit of a stir in the press, in the professional press, that is. They were regarded as up and coming, and had a lot of things going for them. I signed up with them. Funnily enough, found an agent after finding the publisher. The agent loved the book. Everything was moving forward. We had the cover designed. It was quite a racy cover, actually. probably a bit too racy for me. It really wasn't how I saw the book, but anyway, that's what happens sometimes. And everything was about to happen when suddenly I get a phone call saying it's all over. Basically, the company had gone bankrupt. Yet another victim in the middle of the recession, as the Lehman Brothers and all that lot were going tits up. I don't know how else to put it. And so I had suddenly no deal. Not only that, but my agent, who wasn't too well at the time, said, sorry, but bye-bye, I can't do anything more. And I was back to square one. So I had to send it out again to agents, and of course, as you probably know, that always takes quite a bit of time. And it was several months before I heard from the agent I finally ended up with, and so in the meantime, you know, I was thinking to myself, this could have been out in print by now. But I spoke with the agent interested in the book, and she wanted some changes made, so I thought, my God, you know, back to the drawing board again. But anyway, I wasn't in any position to be too picky. At least this person was very interested in the book, and we went for a meeting, and she gave me her notes, and happily they were all very only constructive, but just pretty much fit in with my own thoughts if I'd sort of had a second thought of doing a rewrite. So a little bit of work was done on the book, and it was ready to go off again, but by now we were right in the middle of really the worst part of the recession probably, and we were getting nothing but rejections, one after the next, and always near misses, but you know, near misses as good as a mile, as they say. Finally, we came across this on-demand publishing opportunity, and seeing as nothing else was happening at the time, we thought, well, at least it would be in print, at least it would be a book, people could read it, friends could read it, and so on. So we went for that, and I signed up for that, and we actually came up with the design for the book, or rather my agent's son did, believe it or not. So we got the design together, the book was printed and made available online through Amazon and so on. And that's the way it's been for the past 18 months. The thing is, with on-demand publishing, unless you're paying for a marketing package, as I just said, you aren't getting any marketing. And of course you're not getting any press reviews, because the press are anyway completely inundated with books to review. They're certainly not going to look at a little publisher's list of promising new authors. So you're not getting any publicity in press or airtime, radio, nothing really. So it's a pretty hard deal, and at the time I knew nothing about internet marketing other than just chatting to people on Facebook. I'm a lot wiser now, and one of the things I'm doing is a bunch of videos like this one. So anyway, that's my story on Sisi and Sonia. If you're looking for a thriller, a noirish type of thriller, with a very sort of sexually charged narrative, with some really sharp twists and a compelling narrative, then do take a look at least at the reviews on Amazon. I've got 4 and 5 star reviews. I think 4 was the lowest I ever had. It's on amazon.co.uk. Do take a look. This is Nic Penrake, and thanks for watching.